Hey everybody, KC here. So happy Monday. I'm back after taking a few days off last week. Nice to have a chance to rest and recharge a little bit, but I'm also happy to be back doing Morning Newsbeat. So, it's interesting. For 21 plus years that I've been doing Morning Newsbeat, one of the biggest lessons that I've gotten over that period of time is how much I don't know. And the corollary to that is how much I have to learn. And basically that informs an essential Morning Newsbeat credo, if you will, which is it's the stuff that you don't know, the stuff that you never think about, that's the stuff that's going to get you, which is why it's really important to be open to the idea that there's things out there you don't know and that you need to learn. Illustrated the other day by a story I was reading in The Athletic, which is a sports newsletter that's now owned by the New York Times. And they were doing a piece about Wimbledon. Now, Wimbledon, as you may know, is really, really strict about their white attire, right? Everything has to be white. In fact, a number of years ago, Roger Federer got in trouble. He was wearing all white, but the bottoms of his shoes, the soles of his tennis sneakers were orange. And he got in trouble for that. They gave him a little talking to. Roger, you can't do that. So, very strict about white attire. Interestingly, this year, for the first time, Wimbledon is making a change in their dress code. And what they've said is that for the first time, women tennis players, their underwear is always visible because they're wearing very short tennis skirts. For the first time, their underwear doesn't have to be white. And the reason for that is very simple. A lot of women, when they're playing at Wimbledon, it's that time of the month for them. They're having their periods. Wearing white underwear can be a little stressful for them, and it's very difficult for them to deal with that at that particular time. So basically what the powers that be have said, you know something? You don't have to wear white underwear. And the thing is, nobody really thought about it before. But they listened to the players started asking them this, they paid attention to the players, and they made this change in the dress code. And that's really important, that they did this in consultation with the players. The thing is, and this goes for whether you're talking about sports or you're talking about a retailing business or a manufacturing business, tradition is fine. Tradition is great. But sometimes tradition gets in the way of people doing their jobs to the best possible effect that they can. And the question I would just ask you is, do you have traditions in your company that somehow you think are kind of connected to core values, but really aren't? They just have a lot of dust on them. But in fact, they're things that are getting in the way of people doing their jobs productively, effectively, and efficiently. I think that's a question you have to ask yourself all the time, and pay attention to the stuff that you don't know or you haven't thought about. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.